The Notorious B.I.G., also known as Biggie Smalls, was a tragic figure in the world of hip-hop who met an untimely demise on March 9, 1997, in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles. Lil Cease, a close friend and fellow rapper, not only bore witness to this tragic event but also played a crucial role in shedding light on the circumstances surrounding Biggie's death. Police revealed that Diddy's car, which was directly in front of theirs, ran a red light. However, Biggie's driver was instructed to stop. This ill-fated decision provided the hitman with the opportunity to target the unsuspecting hitmaker. Diddy, a member of Puff's security detail in the A&Ds, shared insights about the night Biggie lost his life in an interview with The Art of Dialogue. He expressed his frustration with how the events leading to Biggie's death are portrayed in movies and documentaries. Diddy also recollected the moments when he rushed to Biggie's aid after the driver of a black Chevy Impala fired shots at Biggie's G-Massey Suburban. This incident occurred at a red light near the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. According to Lil Cease and Gene, Diddy had an inkling that something was amiss, but he chose to ignore the warning. A persistent theory suggests that Diddy might have been involved in setting up Biggie's murder, as Biggie had begun writing songs for other artists to secure his own publishing rights. Diddy owned the publishing rights to Biggie's albums, and Biggie's songwriting for other artists was a way to navigate around this. Biggie also sought out talent to promote on his Big Beat record label instead of Bad Boy. The fact that Junior M.A.F.I.A signed with Big Beat and not Bad Boy further supports this theory. Evidently, Biggie was planning to leave Bad Boy as soon as he fulfilled his contractual obligations. Despite the challenges, Cease remained committed to preserving the memory of his fallen friend and paying homage to Biggie and his music. In the years following Biggie's death, Cease found himself at odds with some of Biggie's family and friends, particularly Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace. Legal battles and disputes over the use of Biggie's likeness strained relationships within the Junior M.A.F.I.A camp. However, with time, healing and reconciliation occurred, as Cease and Ms. Wallace found common ground, recognizing that their shared love for Biggie should prevail over any disagreements. Biggie's exceptional storytelling ability, combined with his distinctive flow and commanding presence, set him apart in the burgeoning rap scene of the early 1990s. His big break came when Sean Puff Daddy Combs discovered him and signed him to his newly established record label, Bad Boy Records. Under Puff Daddy's guidance, Biggie began refining his craft and shaping his unique sound. His debut single, Party and BS, released in 1993, served as a glimpse into the lyrical prowess that would soon captivate the rap world. However, it was his debut album, Ready to Die, released in 1994, that propelled him to stardom. This groundbreaking and introspective album showcased Biggie's storytelling abilities. Tracks like Gimme the Loots and Everyday Struggle delved into the harsh realities of street life, while songs like Juicy and Aye Big Papa displayed his versatility by incorporating elements of R&B and soul into his music. The album enjoyed both critical acclaim and commercial success, earning Biggie widespread recognition and establishing him as a force to be reckoned with in the rap industry. One of the key aspects of his rise to stardom was the development of his larger-than-life persona as the Notorious B.I.G. This alter ego embodied the duality of his life, the struggle and hardship of his upbringing in Brooklyn juxtaposed with the opulence and extravagance that came with his newfound fame. The Notorious B.I.G. commanded attention with his imposing physical presence, standing at over 6 feet tall and weighing close to 300 pounds. While he rapped about the trappings of success, he never lost touch with his roots. He remained deeply connected to the streets of Brooklyn, often returning to his old neighborhood to visit friends and family. This authenticity resonated with fans who could relate to his experiences and struggles. Through his music, he provided a voice for those who felt marginalized and overlooked by society. His storytelling abilities were particularly evident in his ability to vividly depict life on the streets. His lyrics were filled with gritty details and vivid imagery, allowing listeners to step into his world. To this day, Biggie's legacy continues to thrive. His influence can be heard in the work of artists like Jay-Z, Nas, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar, all of whom have cited him as a major influence on their careers. The East Coast-West Coast feud in the 1990s was a complex and often volatile landscape within the hip-hop industry. It pitted artists, record labels, and regions against each other, playing a significant role in the tragic events that would later unfold, including the deaths of two iconic figures, Tupac Shakur and Biggie. As the West Coast gained momentum, tension began to simmer between artists from the two coasts. Some East Coast rappers felt that their dominance in the genre was being challenged, and a sense of territorialism began to take hold. This rivalry was not limited to music alone. It extended to competition over radio airplay, record sales, and even the clothing styles associated with each coast. One of the most notorious incidents that fueled the rivalry occurred at the 1995 Source Awards, an annual hip-hop awards show. Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records, took the stage to accept an award, making a legendary statement that would become legendary and further exacerbate the feud. He declared, "Any artist out there who wants to be an artist and stay a star and not have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row." This statement was seen as a direct challenge to East Coast artists and their labels, implying that the West Coast was the place for true creative freedom. At the heart of the East Coast-West Coast feud were two of the genre's most iconic figures. Their rivalry became the focal point of the conflict, and their personal animosities only served to heighten the tensions within the hip-hop community. Tupac, a West Coast native, had a tumultuous relationship with Biggie that can be traced back to a series of misunderstandings and conflicts. His 1995 imprisonment on assault charges only intensified his suspicions and his feud with Biggie. During his time in prison, Tupac signed with Death Row Records, further aligning himself with the West Coast and increasing the tension between the rival coasts. One of the defining characteristics of the feud was the exchange of diss tracks and lyrical jabs between artists on both sides. Tupac's Hit 'Em Up, released in 1996, remains one of the most infamous diss tracks in hip-hop history. In the aftermath of their untimely and tragic deaths, the music industry found itself compelled to engage in deep reflection upon the profound senselessness of the East Coast-West Coast feud. This feud had cast a long and dark shadow, exacting a devastating toll on the lives of two immensely gifted and influential artists, leaving both fans and fellow musicians questioning the cost of this bitter rivalry. While speculations about Diddy's potential involvement in the tragic demise of Tupac and Biggie continue to linger, it is of utmost importance to underscore that, to date, no concrete evidence has surfaced to substantiate these allegations. Until such evidence comes to light, Diddy retains the rightful presumption of innocence. As we come to the end of today's video, we'd like to express our sincere gratitude for your loyal viewership and continuous support. Your active participation in our community means the world to us, and it's your enthusiasm and interaction that inspire us to produce more content aimed at informing and entertaining. In closing, we want to reiterate how much we appreciate your role in our audience. Your presence not only enriches our content, but also enhances our shared voyage through the realms of knowledge, discovery, and exploration. Once again, thank you for watching.